Thanks a lot for the introduction. LinkedIn comes very smooth these days. So my name is Pranav. I head the HR for Renault India, and here I am. So it will be like let's say half an hour, 40 minutes I talk, and let's say 20 minutes or 25 minutes I will like you guys to talk and ask questions, and if I can connect some dots in the current situation, the current phase, I'll be more than happy to help all of you there. I know today is Saturday. Things would not have been that easy, and the digital mode of studies is of course, or the conduct what we are doing today is of course very difficult. So I'll keep it very light. I'll keep it very easy. I have no presentations. You can check me. I have nothing with me. I have nothing to present. With my whatever experiences I have, I'll try to connect these things in the current scenario. But before I start, I must thank Akhil. He has been a guy behind me from I think last 40 plus days, and that's how I'm here. So thank you, Akhil, and bit late actually. This was a guilt from my side. I'm never like this. Coming from army, basically it is the time what we agree, and that's what we deliver. But this time I thought that I should take some rest. Last time when the day was scheduled, it was I was in the thick of COVID. I was having temperature. I was not well, so I thought that I should take some breath. And whenever I am fine, I should do the first thing is to talk to all of you and do some justice to our commitment. So here I am, ladies and gentlemen, and the topic today, when I was discussing with Akhil. I told just tell me what you guys are facing today, what is your issues, and we should talk on that, because I can give you some gyan from the corporate life, but if I don't address to whatever you guys are facing today, I think from the HR side and from the ecosystem side, I'm not doing justice. Yeah, so we together co-created the topic, and the topic is tackling stress, staying focused, and creating the future of your choice. Now I'll break it into three pieces. Tackling stress, the first piece, staying focused, and then the creating the future of your choice. And when we take the questions, you're free to ask me, shoot me the best bullets what you have, and I'll try my level best to make it simpler further, as per your expectations. So tackling stress, ladies and gentlemen, if I have to tell you whatever we are going through, it is stress is a very easily used term these days, and I don't feel great about the word. Rather, I say whatever we guys are facing today, all of us together, it is some sort of a emotional turmoil or a emotional influx, right? And the thing is, the situation, the way it has come, things are locked. We are the way we are. The human animal is supposed to behave or supposed to conduct themselves. It's not happening. Yeah, and rather I'll say together what we are going through is called a cognitive dissonance. Now, cognitive dissonance is together, if we say a very contrasting feeling together what you have. So you want to take charge of the things also, but the pandemic is scaring you, and you cannot. You have the fear or the being scared of the thing, and you don't want to take the plunge as you used to. Now when someone was asking me about my experience about this situation, to be honest, this is a situation and this is the truth, right? No one can run away from it. Tomorrow, day after, or maybe the day after, all of us will be having it. That is how it is, and that is how this pandemic has to be dealt with, right? Whatever you do, you lock yourself, you do whatever, but it is everywhere and it will come to you the way it is. Can we do something about it? I cannot say that you cannot do something about it. We are not in the medical field, and of course the research and everything which is going on. But what we can do is having a calm and a peaceful mind. Yeah. Till the time as I was giving my situation, last 100 plus days, I was going to office and I was completely there. things were completely fine. There was a conduct. I had my driver. He used to be safe. He used to maintain everything. And one fine day, when you come and you're not feeling well, you're sick, and unknowingly the oxygen level is going down. It is going from 99 to 97 to 95 to 94 to 90s, and then you have problem breathing. Now you cannot do anything about it, right? You have to go and consult a doctor. Now you have to safeguard your family, right? You have the kid and the lady in the house. You have to ensure that the thing doesn't go to them, right? And when you have the fever and the fever is not going down, the oxygen level is going down, you are in a situation you cannot do anything. We are human beings. We are not plants that we do photosynthesis and the oxygen level will go on its own up. It doesn't happen, right? So you have to go to the experts. When you go to the experts, they have a mechanism of treating you. Now, mechanism of treating you, if you say there is a solution, there is no solution, right? There is a fixed set of medicine which is there. And people say that, okay, either you go for a hospital quarantine or institutional quarantine, you go for a home quarantine, and the situation is dealt like this. But in this entire scenario, when you say the feel good factor, you are a corona survivor or whatever, did you do something or did you do something to overpower and overcome? Nothing. It is your body was behaving. And today also, if you say the oxygen level goes down and something, no one can do anything about it. There is no remedy per se. You have seen good, bad, ugly people going through it. Guys who are quite competent and quite capable, they have it, people have struggled, right? Few people have come out quite significantly. So if we say that, is there a fight or a struggle happening and you overcome it? It is nothing like that, right? Here, when we say, if I connect the dots with my army days, there you have a known army. He has got a weapon. He has got a training. You have your own weapon. You have your own training. And you know that your mental strength or your physical fitness will outsmart or outdo his, right? So there is a thing that you face the enemy, there. Here the enemy is so small, it is sitting inside. You cannot face it, you cannot fight it. There is no hand-to-hand battle which can happen and you can say that, you can overpower it. So that's what I would say, whatever we're going through, this entire turmoil which is happening around us, it is called a helpless situation actually. Where you say that you are conducting every day. Also there is a pressure, and of course, I know that, when Saturday 6 o'clock, we all are sitting here and talking. Also the thing is, we are very concerned about the future. With this entire course happening, the first thing is, and I keep on talking these days, and this is my initiative, I told that let's go and talk to every students and make them feel things are fine and we are together hand in hand. Don't worry. This is my situation as a corporate, and I will come to you and tell you, don't worry, as a good friend, as a good Samaritan, as a good custodian of the ecosystem, to give you that care that no, things will be fine, right? Don't worry, everyone will get a job tomorrow, things will be normal as the way it should be. But my only thing is, don't die today. Don't die with that stress and that very uncertain feeling what all of you are happening. God forbid if even the disease happens to you, right? You have nothing but to have that positive and the realistic mind frame to face it, right? Rather to get scared and say that, oh my God, why it has happened to me. It doesn't happen like that, and we have to be, taking care of the people who is left to us and right to us. I keep on talking, a lot on resilience, the fighting back mechanism. Things will fall in place, ladies and gentlemen. And my purpose of sitting here today talking to all of you is to ascertain and tell you that don't worry, right? We are there to take care of you, and tomorrow the life, whatever you have decided, the future, whatever you have thought of, the dream job, whatever you guys have, just keep on doing the job, just keep on breathing, just keep on studying. Academia, of course, is giving you a lot of innovations and those interventions are happening by which the education is carrying on now, right? You have your courses happening now, and maybe very soon the campuses will be open. But my thing is, this so-called coveted word stress, take it out, for heaven's sake, take it out from you. Know what is happening, and if in case if you guys are feeling low, if you guys are feeling uncertain, I know that I was seeing, mostly today, maybe this is the third or fourth, digital session what you guys are having. take some breath, have a peace of mind, enjoy your time. This time will never come to you, right? This is how the your best days of life, your MBS days, this is what it is. You want to enjoy, cherish it, or you want to be painful and you want to cry for it. But this is the your MBA time, right? And this is how it is. So take out that word stress out from your scenario. Have those smiles and those inspirations coming inside, right? And it is only you can produce it, ladies and gentlemen. It is not that someone from outside will come and give it to you, right? That's how it is. Here also, one thing I'll tell you, in HR view of you, if you someone told that few HR guys also, we call it collective bargaining, right? When you go to the labor, to the employees, to the laborers, and you do that bargaining together with them, it is called collective bargaining. This is a time for internal collective bargaining. You do a collective bargaining with yourself. Try to acknowledge whatever you guys are feeling. Write it in a piece of paper, right? So I'm telling you, your fears, your those tough moments, right? When you start writing it, it becomes easy. The big problems, you say that, okay, my God, I don't know what will happen after 2 years, or let's say 1.5 years. Can I get a summer placement? Can I get an internship? Right, those my loans have started. I have to pay the EMIs in the times to come. My studies are not the way it should be. I'm not enjoying the life. This is not the way MBA is done. Write everything. Right? Break the big problems into small problems. And yourself, when you're doing the collective bargaining with yourself, write also the solutions. Right? Your solutions is, and this is human mind, is so beautiful, I'm telling you. If you see a problem, you'll get a problem. If you see a solution, you'll get a solution. Right? But that internal dialogue has to happen between you, right? Many people will come and talk and give you experiences. I was talking, someone, to pass some time was telling that how was my experience of Corona. My experience is my experience. Your experience will be your experience. We can take, little bit, inspirations from each other. But when that thing will come, right? You will not even remember, what I told you. Right? It is only a small portion of it which will be there inside, which will say that your experience is your experience, and you will have to take with the horns, the bulls with the horns, right? That's how the life is led. That's how the situations are dealt with. That's how any tough situations is dealt with and won, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, if I have to tell you about tackling stress, taking care of stress, I'm telling you, you will all have your own ways and mechanisms, innovative ones, right, interesting ones. And here also I'll tell you, in this entire scenario, there is a monkey, there is a naughty monkey in everyone, right, between our gaps which we have in our lives, right? Make that monkey alive, right? Now today at 6 o'clock, 6:15, whatever we are doing it, there is that naughty monkey who is trying to figure it out, that what is there in the fridge, right? And can I have that chocolate, which I kept in the fridge, or maybe that beer which is there in the fridge. That is waiting for that at 7 o'clock. It's over, and I should make that monkey alive. Don't kill that monkey, right? We just trap it. We just push it with so much. Oh my God, such a tough day, such a struggling day. Oh my God, it's not happening. This is making your life more strugglesome, more tough, more difficult, right? So about tackling stress, if I have to tell you, breathe, break the small problems into small, break the big problems into small problems, and tackle one small problem at a time. Search for the solution, you will get it, right? And always remember, your fight in life is your fight, and you only have the solutions for that, right? People like me or anyone will only give you small tidbits, right? But if you want to talk to us, please do. You will find, if you want to hold my hand and say, Pranav, it is not happening, I want your support, there will be good people who will be there, to take care of you, right? Without anything. It's just a camaraderie. It's just making a good ecosystem, right? That if I had faced some tough time in life, my responsibilities, you guys should not face it, right? And this is how lives are made. This is how organizations are made. This is how economies are made. This is how countries are made. So for heaven's sake, take that stress, so-called, out from your life. Yeah. So that is point number one. Point number two, it is very difficult. Staying focused. Now this is something where I can say that yes, I have aged. I am not of your generation, and the way we look at things, the way you look at things is completely different, right? There is so much of noise which has come inside, and you guys have created it. And honestly, we guys can survive without this noise. Yeah, there is so much of dependency. There is so much of digital, pollution what we have created. There is so much of expectation, digital expectation. The requirement of those likes and those pings and those tings which comes in the morning, or that Facebooks and Instagrams and that followership and that liking things, what you guys have created, it has created a lot of distraction, right? And I tell you, this is the biggest disease which the millennials are facing today, right? This is a disease. This is a worse and a very difficult thing. Though it starts with a small addiction, it starts with it feels normal, right? It feels very okay how it is, but you see how dependent your life has become. Today we are measuring the on-screen time. And sometimes we become so deserted. Our so-called 1,800 or whatever so-called followers. To be honest, they're good for nothing. Again, that's how I tell you, when I say that I have, in this situation, I have really aged, and let's say if I'm almost like in my midlife crisis sort of a thing, 40 years plus. If I have to tell you, we have created this problem for all of us. Life was simple. If I remember, let me talk a little bit like an old or elderly guy now. There was no phone, there was no social media, there was no email, and of course, these things you can say. Any one of you contest, I can see Gautam, Mannat, Sai, or anyone can challenge me. Pranav, life has also become so connected and so easy and so simple, and we all come together. But I'll tell you, today, Saturday, maybe after 9 o'clock or 8:30, whenever you relieve, and you have that your personal time. Ask yourself that, is it really helping you, or are you really on the mercy of those likes and those followership or whatever mechanism you say. So life was simple. It was no phone calls, nothing. You are on your cycle, bicycle, or bike for that matter, and you're on your own. Sometimes it is, you can say it's good to connect. People should know your whereabouts, but sometimes people should not know also your whereabouts. To be honest, as you grow in life, and this I tell you to all of you, and this is how life will become. Today I know 118, 117 of us are together. The college will have a WhatsApp group in which maybe there will be so many WhatsApp groups, right? So one will be with the so-called placement guys, one will be without the placement guys, one with the girls, one will be with the boys, one will be with the teams, one will be the project teams, and all like that. And we enjoy connecting and talking and sharing and doing everything, right? Morning, good mornings and good afternoons and all those pictures, and we bombard it, right? Like anything, yeah. And as you grow further, as this thing comes, I don't know if this is maybe if this May or April you'll be passing out, you'll be the course will be over. This entire WhatsApp group will break into pieces, right? And there will be only, let's say, one or two group which will survive, right? And that also, once the time comes, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, on some Saturday or Sunday, you'll find yourself alone sitting in a balcony, seeing maybe a mountain or a lake outside, or maybe I don't know whatever ways you'll be, maybe logged in one room, and you will maybe only have an Alexa talking to you. Maybe because Alexa is the only that tool which listens to you, and whatever you say will repeat and bring those things from the net. Otherwise there is nothing. Yeah. So, but we are so dependent. You will feel so deserted. You will feel so morose. You will feel so merciful, victimized. You'll seek for this thing happening around you. The first thing, when you'll feel it at the time of placements, when it will happen, your best of the friends will leave, and everyone will jump and present the best out of them. Yeah. All the best of the blazers and suits will come. All the best of the parlors and everything will come, that okay, let's go for and crack the interview and do whatever best which we have. A person like me, the HR guy, will know that all the fifth resume, even the words and the paraphrases and the commas and all the punctuations are same, because they all are copied in their own ways. So that's how it is, and we know that there is, all of you are almost same, right? Though you say that okay, we guys are great and I'm different from others, and sir, I will do anything for the company and all that English, but the HR guys with all the psychometries and having interviewed, let's say 3,000, 4,000 people, know that at the end of the day, human beings are almost the same. There is not much difference what we bring, till the time we have a very arrived thinking about of ourselves, and the deliberations, those Saturday late 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, those me talking to me happening with you. So what I'm telling you is this staying focused. It is very difficult in the current scenario, because we have created that addiction. I call it, it is quite a deadly addiction. We seek that followership, companionship, togetherness, which is actually a myth, which is actually not. And we all have our own learnings today, day after tomorrow, or maybe after that. We all will know in our own ways and fashions, right? Where the truth, if I put a hand on my heart and tell you, no, give me your hand, I will protect you, I will save you. It will not happen. Today you'll say that no, how do you know? How we are not friends? It doesn't matter. But when times comes and you feel those people really, maybe they were not very good friends to you in the college, but as the time progressed, they felt for you. When they got selected and you did not get selected in the interview, they came to you and tell you that let's go for some coffee or for some cigarette, or let's have some beer together. It was just a bad interview. Tomorrow will be a better day. Don't worry about it. And maybe with this entire thing, it happens. It happens. It's not very far. Days are not very far, and I'm not here to scare you, but I'm telling you the truth, right? And maybe tomorrow something better than that happens to you, and the guy will be dancing and enjoying and cheering you more. You will feel that what rubbish, come on, I got a double package than you, but still that guy will be so happy for you. He will not even think that maybe he got a job, he did not get a job. His thing was only to make your spirits high. Yeah. And maybe today that guy is not good, or that girl is not great friends to you, and maybe they are not also in your friend list, or maybe you don't even know them today. Yeah, by the name or by the color, by the text, by whatever they are. Maybe that's all. But that person turns out to be the best one in your life in the times to come. Yeah. So about staying focused, I'm telling you, this is a disease which is created by all of you, and it requires a lot of self-control. I can give you a lot of English on that. It is not going to help till the time you talk to yourself, right? And till the time because it is, everything, this and that and these and those and everything is there, and you want everything, one thing happens and someone tells you that okay, there is a 50% offer happening somewhere. We all jump and we all do some irrational, illogical shopping or whatever it is, because that's how we have created ourselves, and that's how this entire dissonance or influx what we have created, and we are so addictively happy about it. Yeah, but do you really require it? Do you really require it? Now, staying focused, if you ask me, Pranav, what is the real mantra to staying focused? I will say, get the clutter out of your life. Get the bullshit out of your life. You get focused. It's very easy. We all know that, right? But are you ready to do that? Because you are so dependent on it. Your emotional well-being is so dependent on that. In the morning, if you don't the first thing if you do in the morning is check your WhatsApp or whatever it is, you don't get up actually. Or maybe in the night also, doing the same thing. Easy said, very, very, very difficult done, right? But always remember, the solution is very easy. Switch the hell out of it, sit in a corner, enjoy with your election. Life is done. It's in shape, it's in color, it's in full control. Yeah, you want to cry, you want to feel bad, it's okay. Also, I'll just mention this. At the time of Corona, you have 14 days of self-quarantine. No one, it is a scary disease, so no one wants to, even family keeps the distance. So, would you have that sense and that control? Can you be with yourself? Are you in peace with yourself first? Can you be with yourself alone for 14 days? Yeah, and no one will come to you. Parents will also make distance because it is deadly. They don't want to, right? Because it catches. They also will have it, right? So can you have that self, peace, and can you spend that's 14 or 21 days as it grows? People says 21, someone says 1 month. You have to continue, and so can you be with that, right? How much your body, the thing will not allow you to maybe watch TV or movie. Can you be with yourself? You'll not get sleep and everything, but can you be with yourself? Are you okay with it? And how much okay with it with you are? Now this is not only for this disease, this is for the entire life. How okay you are with yourself? How okay you are with yourself? Your broken self, your not so looking good self, right? Your fat nose, your big ears, your whatever. How okay you are with yourself? Yeah. Is your that monkey which I mentioned, the naughty monkey? Do you enjoy that company together? Yeah. And do you relish it? Right? If you do that, I am telling you, you'll be a very balanced and quite contained person. Otherwise, in times and today it is Corona, tomorrow I am telling you it will be your job. Day after tomorrow it will be appraisals. Day after tomorrow it will be midlife crisis. After that it will be a marriage. Maybe today all of you are together, maybe you'll have relationships and here there. That is not working out. Still you will be at some portion of your life alone with yourself. And how do you conduct yourself there defines your self-peace, being focused, being together, your own internal well-being and everything. Yeah, I don't talk about spiritualism and all. That is far-fetched. That is your own journey, what you get. First, I'm just talking, are you okay with yourself? That's what it is. Yeah. So staying focused, this is what I want to tell you, that distractions are created by you. Minimize it, control it, the solution you have. Very easy said, very difficult done. Yeah. And coming to the last portion, so we spoke about the tackling stress. I mentioned those things. Staying focused, now I cover that. Now creating the future of your choice. Now this is all of us, of course, 132 of you now. We are not wailing time here. We have serious business. We are studying here. We are investing the maximum today in our education front. And these 2 years, of course, would have taken the maximum whatever you guys have invested in your studies now. Right? Now, how to create this future of your choice? Whatever MBA you are doing, will it create the future of your choice? It will take you to that journey, but it might not. Now, future of your choice is what? Is it just a job? Or is it a career? Is it your longing? First, for that matter, do you have a purpose defined in your life? Do you have a journey defined in your life? Do you know what you want to do in your life? Do you know that this is what you want to do in your life? I'm telling you, calling, and this is only again that you talking to yourself. Yeah, it's not that easy. And this time of Corona, this time whatever we all are together, it gives you an ample time. You like it, don't like it, ample time that you can think about it. Yeah, maybe today and this is a very typical phenomenon. Uh, After being recruited about 3,000 plus people, having interviewed, I don't know, let's say 10,000 plus people, I find that people generally they are confused, and whatever first is people become whatever they become, it is because of themselves. If you think that your mother, father, sister, brother will help you, or your professor, or your, let's say tomorrow you'll go and your boss will give a career out of you in a platter, doesn't happen. I had a French GM, here who came one day very, smiling after office hours. He says, Pranav, Indians, they have a very funny way of conducting themselves in the career. They think that the bosses are like their fathers, and their career is their boss's responsibility. And he was laughing to glory. And I had to step in and tell him that, okay, it's not funny, but that's how we are from childhood. Yeah. So we take a lot of respect in, let's say, the teacher, the parents, the bosses. That is the reason when they come, we get up. We don't call them by the name, we call them sir. With that respect and honor. That tomorrow when the time of choice or career making happens, or a type of direction will be required, this person will give me a direction. But does it happen? As I told you, there was a very, humorous sort of a point which was raised. I can understand differences in culture, differences in maturity, differences in thinking, but this is a reality. Your boss can come and tell you that, why do you think that I will make your career? I am not your brother, father, sister, mother. Why should I? You want to make a career, make a career. Don't make a career, don't make a career. You want to flunk, get out, do whatever. I don't care. How does it matter? What will you give it to me? What is that personal gratification you will give it to me? Why should I spend my time in you? Why is it? I'm not a mentor. Why this mentorship and coaching is again a very overly used term in today's world. Why should I? What will you give to me as a man to man, as a man to woman? Why should I invest my time and energy in you? If you yourself have not known anything about your purpose and career, why do you think that any other person than you will invest that thing in you? Think about it. Think about it. We take it so lightly. We go to the college and we say that, okay, professor, we have joined our MBA. Which specialization to choose? You talk to yourself. Why should I tell you which specialization to choose? How should I know, let's say in 3 months or 4 months or 6 months, that you should do advertising? And if it is not happening well in your life, you will kill me. Because of Pranav, I have chosen marketing and it's not helping, or advertising, and he spoiled my career. We beautifully blame each other. We don't take the responsibility on our own. And this I see beautifully in everyone. Beautifully. It's not a male, female or whatever. You guys don't know how to make your career, right? And then you'll say that, no, my boss did not guide me. The college did not tell me. My father was not educated enough to tell me that, you should not do, operations, you should do finance. I was good in finance. So these are the things, One more example, I'll give it to you. So I invested a lot of time and energy in India, I can say proudly. There's a lot of new fad which is coming up in design. Generally we Indians, we are taught, to be honest, even for ladies, with all due respect and honor, this entire Miss India or Miss World has come very lately to us. Generally they say that we don't know how to design, we don't know beautification. That's how Indians are seen outside. Generally we say that we are funny looking and not very arrived in terms of when you say beauty or you say design thinking. So I started a design center with few of the foreign delegates here, and that was one of the first in India, because otherwise if you say any OEM, any automotive company, the cars or the shapes are designed either in Italy or France or Europe. It doesn't happen here. So we started it together, we made it together, and 3 to 5 years I invested. They taught me, how design, how the car is. I'm not an engineer, by the way. So whatever they taught, I'm a good learner. So I learned, and we made the design center. From the scratch, the cars are being designed from the sketch, and it is produced now. So that's how it happens. But the last day when that GM was leaving in India, he came to my house and we were having dinner together. He was a very good guy, very good guy, very funny and very guy. He was a guy who taught me the entire thing, right? I never knew what is design and how a designer sees face, color, size, whatever it is, volume, like that. So we were having some wine together, and after we were high on wine. So Pranav, from quite some time I want to tell you something. What it is. He told me, Pranav, Indians cannot design. And that was so derogatory. Means I spent 3 to 5 years with him doing this entire thing, started the thing from the scratch. I really felt so bad. I don't, come on, what makes you tell, today is the last day almost, like how can you tell me this? It's really not good. After so much of energy, all the things given, we had been working together, we did made the team and everything. You know what, Indians, the problem is they don't have independent thinking. When you guys are born, you guys are completely taken over by your family. Your family decides completely what you wear. Even in our times, even wearing a jeans, for even a boy or a girl, or having a haircut, it was such a sentimental thing. Even the entire family or mohalla used to take that decision that you will do that or not, right? Or even going to a beauty parlor. It's such a we are so much encroached by the people around, and they decide for us. Yeah, and that is the truth. And actually, when I was thinking aloud with him, I was really feeling like that. Yes, he's not telling, and his observations was, see how specific he made the observation for the Indian society. So he told me, first, your family decides for you. Then bloody you guys get married, then your wife or your the in-laws, they decide for you which car you buy or whatever you buy or whatever it is. It is so much, right? Your husband or your wife will decide which color you should wear or you should not. It's as simple as that. It's so interfering, and it's so controlling actually. It should be, it should not be. I'm not telling. I'm just talking about the design part. Don't go on the way we connect or the way we make our relationship. Don't go on that. Just talk on the design part. Then say after that, the boss is defining. When you come to that okay, you should take this thing and you should take that project, and even you allow that, even you beautifully you guys allow it. And that day I could not sleep, to be honest. I was really thinking, and I was really thinking, and I was really thinking, and I was telling that whenever if I talk to the students, I must tell them this, that have something which is called independent thinking. For heaven's sake, if you want to become a monkey, it's okay. Whatever you wear, you wear girls or boys or whatever it is your choice. Can you be proud of your own choices, right? If you want to be crazy, it's okay. It's completely fine. But would you first take out everything, all the interference, and see what your mother, father, sister, brother is telling, right? And then, you define that, shall I be crazy or shall I not? I'm not spoiling you guys. I'm telling you this is the truth of life. Sometimes you are not crazy enough to produce one idea, and you live a life with giving at a scale of 10, giving a 5 or a 6 or 7, and you want 10 out of it. How will you get it? How will you get it? Especially ladies, if I tell you today, even gents, the life you make, what age you'll get married, what time will your family? Are you really seeking a career for that matter? For heaven's sake. Or it is just a time pass where you say that first 3 to 5 years I should work because being a housewife is not that cool enough. You go and spend time with a housewife, the n number of things which happen. Is it a derogatory enough thing? Somehow these things also, when I conduct myself, when I ask ladies, when those interventions or initiatives, whenever I do, I ask, what are your career aspirations? And all of them, they're clueless. See, for ladies, because I have to mention the things becomes tough because Indian society, you have a marriageable age, you have an age to start a family and all those things. But have you thought about your career? You guys, I don't know how many ladies are here. Have you thought about that? How will you conduct your career? Or it was just because the third person was doing an MBA, and that's why you guys are sitting here and doing an MBA to get a better alliance or a better match or whatever it is. If you guys have not thought about it, please start thinking about it. And guys, don't be happy. The same thing goes for you guys also. Midlife crisis, I meet all of you. And honestly, you guys make a monkey out of yourself. You guys don't know where to move further from there. Right? Oh my God, half of the people will be running behind entrepreneurship. Something is not happening in life, the life is not very successful, let's start something on our own, spend 5-6 years, and again start searching for job after that. This is very important at this point of time, ladies and gentlemen. Corona has given you the time, right? Think about it. If you're not no purpose defined, please define. If you want any help, from me, anytime you can reach me. I don't know how many of you can be helped, but yes, if you say that one hand which helps you without anything, that okay, let's run. Okay, you want to run? Okay, let's run. I'll run with you. Come. The first thing after Corona, they say it affected my lung and all those things. I wanted to check myself that I'm a guy, that army genes comes inside, and first I have to check myself. Can I run the same thing? Can I put the same speed? Or I am a typical guy who is just over now, or I should be scared. So second, third day, I fudged my body. I got up in the morning and I did not tell my body, honestly I'm telling you, I am fudging my body. I did not tell my body that I am going for a run. So the body was not prepared, and then suddenly I start running, and body is not knowing what this guy is doing. And then I gave a run on 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, and I ran for 6 kilometers. So the thing is, can you first define the purpose, fudge yourself? And a human mind and human body has got tremendous, capacity. No one knows it. And today, if I tell you, the first thing, as I failed on my commitment to all of you that I would have delivered this talk once upon a time, and I thought that okay, let's relax, maybe once I'm a bit okay, at least I have a family to kick me also. So when I'm a bit okay, I'll deliver this and I will tell you the same things, right? Please, all of you, ladies and gentlemen, my request from all of you is, don't get scared. This stress thing, it is just an emotional, dissonance, which is there. Staying focused is completely like you have to put your distractions away. And if you're talking about creating the future of your choice, then first thing is, have you made the purpose clear to each and every one of you? If these small things in life, ladies and gentlemen, you've done, I think whatever I spoke today made some sense to all of you. That's all from my side. I'm signing off, and any questions I'll be more than happy to take. Thanks a lot. Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to all of you.